This one's kind of interesting. It's from Be Happy, and she says, Mitch, at first I had a very impossible time trying to get up to post yesterday. Today it's better. I took screenshots of the area you were seeing the figure standing in the left of the trees. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you saw? Can you describe it? Well, she says that she goes on to say that it was kind of slightly a brownish color, a reddish brown color from her screen prints, which is exactly the kind of hair that I recovered off the barbed wire fence. So, I can't say if it's the same creature or not, but the hair matches up, same kind of color, same area. Very good possibility that you've captured a screenshot of the Bigfoot. And I'd like to also continue with that thought. The hair that I have, I am getting ready to examine it under the microscope to see if it matches other high probability Bigfoot hairs. I'm really hoping that it's not an elk, miscolored elk or deer or something like that. It would be really exciting if it turns out to be Bigfoot. But before I do that, I have to pick up some clean microscope slides so that it won't be discolored. And then I also have to set up to do the scaling on the hair, which involves basically very carefully painting one of the slides with clear fingernail polish, and then laying the hair down in it, letting the hair dry in the fingernail polish, and then peeling the hair out of it. That leaves behind a casting, much like you do a footprint, so that you can actually see the scales of the hair. So I'm working on that now. Thanks. All right. I'd like to update a little bit about the hair that was found. I did get it under the microscope and tested it out, and it turns out to be 100% white-tailed deer. So it was promising, but it turned out to be just a deer that didn't quite clear the barbed wire fence and left some hair behind. But it was a good try. Okay, many of you have been wondering why I have not been showing as much field research in the last couple of weeks. Well, it's because I've been preparing for the upcoming spring expedition. That's coming up in the middle of March, and I will be departing for approximately 30 days. I'll be in the field for about a month. And so I've been preparing my equipment, getting things assembled, working on my trailer since I'm going to be spending an awful lot of time in there, and basically practicing with the equipment. So I've been basically using the blog to fill in the gaps to kind of help understand what all Bigfoot research has been able to develop over the last 8 years. If you watch the videos from the very beginning, you will notice that when we started out, we knew nothing, absolutely nothing, other than Bigfoot was some kind of big creature that lived out in the forest and scared people. Over the years, we've been able to gather all kinds of good information just by simply developing the observations and databases that we've collected over the years. Such little items of information, for instance, the spear that was chunked at my trailer, which basically penetrated the side of the wall, and I've talked about that before. But some of the little observations that we learned from that was the spear was heavier at one end near where it was the base of the tree and lighter at the other end. Well, almost every spear thrower in the world knows that the heavy end goes first because it'll fly better that way and you'll get more impact for the punch. Okay. The fact that it hit with such force that it penetrated and made a round hole in the side of the 3/8 inch plywood indicates that it was thrown in line and not thrown as just picked up one end and threw it, which means whoever threw it or whatever threw it knew exactly how to throw a spear and knew exactly how hard to throw it. All of the branches and stuff were cleared off to make sure that it would fly properly. So just from that one little incident, we didn't see who threw it, but we gleaned that whoever did knew what they were doing. There was an intelligence behind it. They knew how to throw a spear, which means it was a tool. So we learned quite a bit from that. Plus the fact that I had just been at the trailer. I had pulled out some equipment from it, and I was walking away from it when it hit. I heard the big thunk when it hit, and I turned around and saw the spear hanging out the side of the trailer. That could have been me, but it wasn't. It was my trailer. They picked my trailer, and this was right after I was in the nest looking at the baby. Probably 6-8 hours afterwards. It was basically that night. So they left me a message, and that too indicates high intelligence. We're not talking something that's on the level of a chimpanzee or anything. This was plotted out. It was tactically thought out and executed, and therefore it was on the level of human intelligence. So just little things like that we learn from the field. Don't forget to come and join us in our Facebook group, The Mogollon Monster, Arizona's Bigfoot. And you can get there by going to the description of this video and clicking on the link to Facebook, and that will take you in to join the group. I also have completed the tip jar. If you like what we're doing, you can go ahead and make any sizable donation. Just go to the description area, click on the link there, and it'll take you into the channel, and there's an icon on the right side that says support this group or support this channel. Click on that, and that'll tell you or take you into be able to make a donation. All donations go to Bigfoot research. We will use it to bring you better quality videos and more information.